you're replacing the last caretaker. What happened to last? This is your next question. When they ask you at the interview, I know it's tough. At the end of the interview, like, do you have any questions? And you're like, okay, do I go for the soft close? Like, when do I start? Or do I ask some bullshit? Like, so tell me a little bit more about your corporate policy revolving acquisitions or something nutty like that, right? You go into something like that. Don't do any of that. Ask a direct question. What happened to the person who replaced me? Anywhere you go, I don't care if it's at Toys R Us, which I don't know if they exist anymore. I don't care if it's at the Overlook Hotel. Ask what happened to the last person that had this job. And that tells you a lot. They don't answer, right? Like the only good answer is, oh, well, we promoted him up. He's taken on a higher position, so we want to, develop him in this position open. That's the only scenario. Anything else is probably like, oh, he left the company. Well, why did he leave the company? That's not a bad one, right? He sought some greener pastures. That's totally okay. But if it's like, oh yeah, what happened to the last guy? Well, he he killed his wife and his 2 daughters, and then he took his own life. I need to know this. This would change whether I take this job. One simple question, like this tiny question, but of course he doesn't ask this. So the Overlook Hotel already has all this like stuff in it. It comes from an era of elite access, which per these Epstein files, we kind of know what these guys were doing, right? Wilding out. And this is the roaring time for those people. Those same people who would 60 years later have to make cocaine bears. They just exist in different eras, right? That same people, that's where this is what this party and bullshit, right? They were on it in a major, major way. So these were like alcohol-soaked parties. Like, I mean, come on, man. This was wild. This nuts. We need to talk more about the roaring 20s, man. Absolute off the hookness, right? So this is the spine of what we got, right? The ownership has changed hands.